I am back, and voila, no more brass down here, but unfortunately it picked up on the top ends because I was going through and brushing like parts of it, thinking that, oh, that'll neutralize all that red that I saw up there, but all it did was bring it up another shade lighter, so now it's more of an orange than a red, as you can tell. So I'm going to go ahead and put my darkest brown, semi-brown on this, just so I can bring it back dark, and then hopefully it'll grow out and won't be as red. I don't really know exactly what I should do here, if I should lighten it some more and just throw some blondes in here. Because originally I wasn't going to do anything on my bangs. And now I have it right here too. It's part of the corner there. But anyways, the blonde is completely blonde. No more brassiness. It's like just a neutral dark brown, kind of ash, brownish, blondish. It's still a little wet. This side is a little bit lighter because this level got a lot lighter in my hair on this side than I did on this side originally. Remember, I only did like certain pieces that were lighter on this side, so it's not as noticeable as this side is. This side has a lot more. So we'll see how it looks once it's really dry, after my hair naturally dries, because I only like to blow dry it halfway just to get the style portion done, but then I don't like all that heat damaging on my hair, especially after putting chemicals in my hair. But yeah, I gotta fix the part up here and just put more black on it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that while my hair's drying, just so I can fix that temporarily, and then I guess I can get like a demi color later, or a permanent color that's my natural hair color. But because I don't want to add, I guess I could add that brown in there, but it's a medium brown, so I don't know if that'll look decent or not. It might look a little off. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do it the easy method for right now, and then once I get really to the point where I can't stand looking at the undertone, then I'll probably go ahead and put the permanent, and then get that medium ash brown color on it. I need a natural, like darkest brown ash, or just a neutral, just to mask it. And because if I get just a neutral, it'll take down the red quite a bit and the orange. I mean, it might not get all the way, but I feel like it would get enough of it to where it would just look kind of reddish underneath if I'd had a neutral. But yeah, it was an accident. These things happen, unfortunately, when you play around with your own hair. But as you can tell, it's a lot better. This is much more reasonable than all that brass. Because before, it looked like that with all this lift and all this brassy, bright orangey colors underneath all the coloring I put on my hair. So my ends were pretty damaged earlier. They feel okay right now because I put a lot of coconut oil and treatment on it. But I'm sure by tomorrow they're going to be kind of dry. I had to trim my ends today because they were down to about an inch down here, I'd say. So, but you could tell like parts of it are just splitting still. Not as bad as it was since I trimmed it, but this color is much more suitable. The other color that was all over my hair was just way too crazy. So I feel like once I go out in the sun too, this will lighten up a little bit, because right now it looks like a brown, and then on the ends, and then especially like right here where it's lighter, it looks more blondish. But I feel like, yeah, once I go out in the sun more, it's gonna pick up more of that blonde tone. But it looks pretty decent, because I have some of it that looks more beige-ish from when I did the beige blondes, and then more of it where it's ashy, where it picked up most of the lighter color. A lot of that ash got stuck in there, which is fine. It doesn't look doesn't look funny, so it looks kind of where I want it. Still see a little bit of gold up top here, probably where I didn't put my brush when I was going like that painting. But I'm hoping that it's not a lot of green where it still was maybe too much ash. So hopefully when it dries it won't be super green. If so, I can get a red toner on there and just tone it out a little bit. Just grab like any Manic Panic color or something like that and just rub it on there for a little bit and then rinse it out. Or the ketchup deal. Ketchup seemed to work really well to get rid of a lot of that green tone on my hair when it was green from earlier. Okay, well, I'm gonna let my hair fully dry and then fix this part up here with a semi. I could show you what I'm using. Color Brilliance makes a semi-permanent hair color, and this one's the darkest brown, which obviously same kind of color as my roots. So I'm gonna touch this up real fast to get rid of that reddish color. And yeah, then I'll be done for this tutorial. So I put it in for approximately, while I was talking to you guys, I felt like it was in my hair for at least 15 minutes, so I would say maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes if your hair isn't as processed as mine. But seeing how my hair is super processed, I kind of didn't want to push the limits on the peroxide in there, so I went ahead and did it for probably about 20 minutes, and it really took up the color instantly. Like once I started brushing it, I could tell. And I really didn't see this pick up at all, because I guess there was so much ash in the formula, and then once I washed it I saw it. But just be careful, you know, if whatever tone you have in your hair, make sure that you're not going to pick up all those reds, because the only reason you're going to lift from this color, this dark color, you're going to get this color next. The only reason that this worked down here was because I had all this lifted to the level of blonde. It was just like had a little bit of undertone of reds and golds and stuff, so I knew if I lifted it again that would neutralize and get rid of all that color, especially if I added that ash to it. So like I said from before, make sure you have the ash, the high lift ash blonde, and I use the Color Brilliance. That works for me. And then I use just the 30 volume just to get that lift, because you need to go up on volume to get your hair lighter. If you want to just deposit color, you got to use a 10 or lower. It just depends. They make them any lower in certain places. Most places it's 10, but I know at Sally's that they have some that are just lower than that, like 5s. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. If you have any questions, comments, feel free to post up, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. All right, y'all take care.